Hello everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of the Frugal Foodie. My name is Greg, I'm the host of the show. Today, I'm going to show you how to do one of my favorites, schnitzel. Yes, I pre-bought it. I'm not cheating. This is still a very frugal option. For several pieces, several cuts that I'm going to get several meals out of, I spent $9.07. We're going to pair it with some asparagus, fresh bought asparagus, wonderful stuff, and mashed potatoes. Now, potatoes in the bag, in my house, when it's only me, they go kind of funky before I can get to use them all. So we're going to use instant mashed potatoes. May seem like cheating, but really it's not, because when we're talking about frugal, there is nothing that is less frugal than letting food go to waste. So when we're grocery shopping, there's few staples as important as bread. And when we're looking for bread, there are a lot of options, but really we want to keep it simple and we want to keep it budget friendly. Looking for what's on special, featured item, is usually a good way to go. But there's always going to be one brand that is the staple in the store. It's going to be the one that has the largest quantity on hand. Buying meat is a matter of quantity. There's two ways to buy meat. We can buy small amounts, which have a fairly friendly quantity, perfect for our budget. However, the problem with buying small amounts is you pay more per gram. When you go to a larger quantity, you're going to find a lower price per unit. So I like to get myself the lean ground beef in the 2 pound as opposed to the 1 pound, because the difference is $4.79 for 1 pound, $9 for 2. Better bargain. Now, even better than beef is pork. And one of my favorite kinds of pork is schnitzel. The easy way to do schnitzel is you get your oil in the fry pan, you get the fry pan real hot, make sure that your wooden spoon sizzles, take the handle, put the tip of it in the oil. If the handle sizzles, the oil's hot enough, and then it's about 2 to 3 minutes per side. And then you got yourself some nice, juicy, tasty schnitzel. Another favorite of mine at the meat counter is chicken. There's no better way to get chicken than in a bag. A bag like this, you're going to find a better price, nice, hefty cuts. Single piece is all you need for a meal. And you can split that bag up and get many meals out of it. Now, for my American viewers, this is something you've never seen before. Milk in a bag. And here's why I'm showing you this. When you're getting milk in a jug or in a carton versus a bag, your price per liter or your price per unit in the bag is about half what it is in the carton or jug. So the larger quantity you get, the less you spend per unit. I can spend $3.68 on a 2-liter carton or $4.27 on a 4-liter bag. Not difficult to do the math on that one. Now, one of my favorite things in the grocery store is always the cereal aisle. Don't ask me why, it's always been a favorite of mine since I was a kid. And it used to be that I'd go for the fruity or chocolatey cereals, so those are really sugar-sweet ones. Now, I try to be a little bit more conscientious and find the one that best fits my budget. The thing is, you don't have to compromise on taste for the sake of cost. The trick is, find yourself the budget version of the brand you like. So as you can see here, I bought a rather large quantity of schnitzel. And the one thing is, this is going to save me money in the long run. It's a lot cheaper than buying the cutlets, taking the time, and preparing them myself. And with our good friend, the freezer bag, buying in large quantities isn't a big deal. So we've packed up roughly 3 meals worth, 3 freezer bags, 1, 2, 3, of schnitzel cutlets, that I'm not going to be using tonight, and that leaves me 2 for tonight's meal. So this is going to be a really nice, tasty meal tonight. We're going to get to cooking in just a few minutes here. Now it's time to prepare the asparagus. Now asparagus, I absolutely love this stuff. But as you can see, it doesn't come in small bunches. This is enough to feed a family of 4, just what's in my 2 hands here. But we're going to prepare it, and we're going to bag up the extra. Now, I've had people say, how do you prepare asparagus? And I'm going to show you. Because the only part that you really don't want to eat is the stalk here, the tip of the stalk. It's kind of woody in most cases. Now, we can't cut through them all at once. I don't have a big enough knife for that. But we're going to grab a handful at a time and do this. Tap it all down, lay it out, and you're going to cut off about 1 inch. Just like that. And what you're left with is some nice tasty asparagus spears. And this is what that whole bundle looks like. This is what I've cut off here, all this. That's woody, chalky, and generally not very digestible. But this stuff is tender, it's green, and it's gonna make you smell funny for a week. So there we go. 3 fairly equal portions. 2 are gonna be going in the fridge for later this week, and 1 portion is gonna be getting cooked water tonight. Closed container, 6 minutes in the microwave. I would use a pot, but I've only got 1 pot big enough, and it's going to be used for the mashed potatoes. So the microwave it is. In general, you want to avoid microwaving vegetables. The microwave boils the vegetables from the inside out, breaks the cell wall, makes them mushy. If you want them to taste right, you want to boil them in water so they boil from the outside in, cell walls don't explode, and you can still have a nice crisp vegetable. So now we have our pot. We're going to do up the mashed potatoes. Now, recipe is pretty simple for instant mashed potatoes. You need 1.5 cups of water, half a cup of milk, and for our American viewers, I already showed you when we were grocery shopping, yes, milk in Canada can be bought in a bag, which is remarkably not too difficult to work with. 1 pouch of mashed potatoes and some butter. The recipe does call for about 2 tablespoons, but you know what? If you ever ask anyone, what made that taste so good? What was so wonderful about that recipe? Julia Child said it, butter makes it better. Now, I don't have a wooden spoon to test if my oil is hot enough here, but eyeballing it, I got a pretty good idea. Because when I put the oil in, it covered the whole pan. Now when the oil's thin enough that it leaves the high spot in the bottom of the pan bare, then it's usually a good indicator that it is ready to cook with. Now the trick with schnitzel is you're going to throw it in the pan, you're going to let it sizzle, you're going to let it pop, you're not going to let yourself get burned, and then you're going to flip it. As you can see there, as I said, the high spot is being left bare. Now, if you have good non-stick pans, which I don't, you should not use metal implements in them. You should be using silicone tipped, not like this. But we're going to let that sizzle like that for just a couple minutes. So now it's been about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, just turn it over gently, just like that. Now, it's going to take another couple minutes per side because you want nice crispiness, a nice brownness like we're seeing here along this edge throughout. We're going to give the schnitzel one more turn here. As you can see, it is coming up beautifully now. Just another couple minutes and it'll be ready to eat. So our schnitzel is done cooking here. I'm going to lift it off the heat. Move it over where the potatoes were. Potatoes are going to go back to the back of the stove there. Now, I'm going to grab a plate and we're going to serve dinner. That right there is one delicious meal. Schnitzel, asparagus, and I believe buttery herb mashed potatoes. Simple, easy, and the whole meal cost me less than $5. The meat, $9 for a package that I'm going to get 4 meals from. The potatoes, $3 a box, and you can get 2 meals out of those. And the asparagus, $4 for a bunch, and I'm getting 3 meals from that. So in total, less than $5 for this whole meal. So this is Greg, the Frugal Foodie, saying bon appetit.